Hey, Hot Garbage Squad. I know this is where it's an awkward silence because you guys never say hey Foxy or hey anything, or I'm just talking to myself. I know you guys meme me to oblivion, but hey Hot Garbage Squad, this is where I expect an answer in the comments below, okay? Anyways, as you guys know, the RTA season is coming to an end shortly, maybe a month and a half from now. I'm not 100% sure. There's no actual date, but based off the previous seasons and the amount of matches you've played, this is around that mark here. And a lot of you guys who are trying to climb last minute are probably wondering some team composition ideas. And outside of my typical Cleave team, I want to show you this Japanese guy on my list right here and some of his battles. He runs the typical Draco Bastet, as you can see right here. You know, pretty typical, but what makes him really unique, and I never even thought of, is he incorporates the Miho into his Cleave. So let's go into some of his previous match histories. I'll give you my rundown, my thoughts of his draft and how it's going to work. And obviously I'm going to be wrong here and there because I've never played this composition before, but that's why I think this is really interesting. Let's get right into it. So we have in our first match here, enemy has first turn, Hathor, pretty typical, so Bastet Draco, pretty obvious here. And the Garo works very well into this 3 people here. And then the Miho is the answer to this, I believe. So what he's going to ban out here, he bans out the Molong, and I think the reason is because it counters the Garo, but also counters the Miho here. Everything here is defense based, so that's why the Lucian is 100% the ban here. Goes for Bastet's second skill, very unique. I guess he wants to land a defense brick and kill one of these units off the bat here that has no will. And surprisingly enough, the Garo actually one-shots the Harmonia. So what is the Miho going to do here? Because the Armil we know is going to crit, the Druid we know is going to crit, but the Hathor and the Harmonia will be the counter to this team. So I understand the idea behind this team, sort of, where typically if you don't draft the Miho, you're drafting like a Raki, another damage dealer like a Julie, your Lucian, and then eventually your Garo solos the team. But what if in this situation where you have 2 units that can 1v4 the enemy team? We've seen it before. People who draft like Leo Ragdoll and then Verd, for example, Miho just solos the team. But against this team composition where there's double support as in Harmonia and Hathor, because I count the Tyrannus and the Arnold's DPS with crit damage, can Miho really solo this? And my answer is probably going to be a no. Reason being is because there's a potential from this Harmonia and this Hathor to finish this off here. And is there a multi-hit? Not really, but there is a violent proc here. So the answer is, can this Garo live long enough and not get procced on death? But we saw that this unit just procced Garo's passive, who was not fast enough, and then this thing cut in. Like, he didn't get the attack bar required to cut in and take a turn for the Artemil here. And like I said at the beginning of the match here, when you have double support units in Harmonia Hathor, it's not going to crit this unit 100 billion% of the time. Like, even the Tyrannus, they probably ruin around the 60-70% crit rate mark. And the Artemil plus 15 advantage, there's no way it solos here, right? Like, look at that. Sure, it revenges, but then boom. Miho works well because when you fight squishy units, you revenge them when they crit and you take HP back. But when they have defense buff, and look at that, you got a stun there, and there's not gonna, like, that's misplay there, right? Because he's stunned. You should go for as much damage as possible with no crits there. So let's take a look at some of his other matches here that has Miho. This one has no Miho, but look at this draft here. Pretty disgusting here. I probably wouldn't have drafted Julie here after I see these 2. I'd probably drop a Kali or Daphnis for the one-shot potential, or like a Leica for you to survive that reflect damage. Here, you know, this match are basically the same matches I would typically fight in a Cleave team. So the one that makes a difference here is, I see another Miho, so let's watch that one. A Miho match right here. The thing is, I can see the draft beforehand, so it's not like 100%, you know, like thinking before you see it. But his Bastet gets taken here, but the Tableau works in the same way. Double speed lead too, because I don't know why he dropped double speed lead here, because he has last pick for a speed lead. So I would have dropped the Miho first here. I guess he bans the Bastet because it counters Miho because heal block reduction. But the enemy drafted a really good team with Wusa Bastet, because shield, if you don't break the shield, you don't actually leech any HP. So the Vanessa the Vanessa Beast Rider comp is actually pretty disgusting here. So let's see how that works here. So if he kills this off right now, it's gonna revive with the beast form. So let's see what he does. Does he go for the... Oh, so this thing is dead here. He's getting a lot of procs. So I'm guessing here, this match literally comes down to Miho 1v4 in this whole enemy team here. There's no way this Samat does anything against this unit right here. So this Diana is going to destroy his whole team. Look at that. It dies from a dot. So he first the first skill on the Draco here. Oh, sorry. Goes for the stun here. So he goes for the crits because it's stunned here. Like, how does he beat him? And the answer is probably going to be Miho 1v4. The only way he loses this is if the Wusa misses or the Vanessa misses. But this, like, all three of these units here are built on crit damage, crit rate build. And you will see right now, this thing just revived with her beast because of Vanessa here. And you'll see this is the right play. The shield from these two units is going to stop her from doing damage unless you break the shield. And that's why RTA, when the percentages go down, the shields mean less. And the more damage you do, the more healing you get. So the longer you leave her, the worse it's gonna get. So what this enemy guy needs to do is to stun the Miho, get a first skill on Wusa, so that he's playing it smart. But this Miho is literally 1v4. So the strategy here is you ban the support unit that gives you the heal block or has the control to make your make your Miho never go here. So does he break the shield? Yes, because we're late into the match and we already know Diana is not going to miss a crit unless you're a bad player and you counter Miho that way. Okay, so we're back in this playlist. Okay, this is pretty typical. It's what I would draft, but he won that one. I would probably draft, okay, typical draft I can do as well. And then we have, okay, nice. We have a match where we have a Miho and a demon. So let's see this. This looks like it's Cleave versus Cleave, except we have a Miho here, which is the purpose of this video. So first, similar to the last match, his Bastet got taken, so he goes for the Tableau. And this composition gets countered by things that don't get one shot here. So I'm guessing this Samat here is the ban. And I'm incorrect because he's trying to go for first turn here. But if he bans the Samat here, the Garo can't die. That's the multi-hit. So he bans the Bastet instead because the Bastet gives the heal block that counters the Garo and the Miho. But personally, I think the Samat is probably a better ban. Reason being is a 33 speed lead. And then he also played for first turn because he just got deleted here. So you can see that right now, this unit, his like, it's so beefy. The fact that he has the anti-crit and defense buff, the Samat does not die for the Miho or the Garo here. And now this has got multi-hit, but the question is, will he get the kill off one of these units right here? Or will this not crit him? There you go, he lost. Because the, I don't know what was it, White and Messity didn't crit on him. Because he didn't crit, he lost the match. However, there was the 1v4 potential there. So what if he took first turn? I think maybe there was a chance for him to win, or if he just simply got crit from the White and Messity. Okay, moving on. This one looks pretty typical draft. Okay, it looks like everyone's split his Bastet, but it looks like he lost that one. Okay, see a Miho, let's go right into it. Don't want to examine too much because I want to see it in action, the Miho here, and see if you guys can incorporate this in your gameplay and how. Verd, okay, when you see a Verd, it screams Miho, right? 100% crit rate. He's going for a defense-based team here, so this is like almost a guaranteed, and you ban the Raki here because it's going to counter your whole team here. But it gets banned, so it's a forced ban here, which essentially means this defense, I mean, whoa, he's really greedy. If that Verd Revenge, GG, right? That is so greedy. The fact that you went for that play is super greedy, and this thing just dies. And this is not a Miho action. This Garo can solo this team unless the Tyrannus, the Velojul proc. So he went super greedy, but he won the match because I'm pretty sure Garo just soloed it because I have matches like that too. When Verd revenges and your whole team just gets cut because that unit's busted. So we're back in this playlist here. This is a pretty standard comp against a super speed team. I guess if he wins this, he outsped. If he lost this, he didn't outspeed. So looking by this, he lost that. And oh, we have more Miho action. So let's get right into it. I don't want to examine too much because I want to see it and think about it while this shows me it. So first pick Tiana. When I see that, it's kind of like a speed game. So that's why he drafted Garo first. And evidently enough, he's not showing a speed lead here. So we don't know if he's going first or if he's just going for like some control type. So he's going for... Why is the Miho the last pick here though? Because yes, Juno crits. Tyrannus will have 60 to 70, 80 crit rate. Alexandra crit always. Makes sense here. But looks like he just kind of gets cleaved here. Am I wrong here? Because I mean, this Alexandra with her buff, she's always going to get crit now, right? But this Miho is going to solo here. So let's take a look at it. I'm pretty sure you can kill the whole team here. But this Miho will solo you. All you got to do is get rid of this like Tyrannus first, I think. And then... and maybe the Tiana and save the Alexander for last because this will always crit. Am I right or am I wrong? But it looks like his team, like it doesn't make too much sense. He's got a Tiana with no speed. He's not guaranteed first turn unless it's like a shield will second turn cleave, I guess. But like the Miho here didn't do too much, I don't think. It just looks like his draft was really bad. And I did see that he faces small faces again, so we'll get right into that match right after this one. But like I said, like Garo, Miho solos this whole team because they all got crit units here, and it's like a small chance where the Miho doesn't finish him off with the Garo. Last match here with another small faces again. I'm pretty sure there's an I think there's no Miho. It's okay because I want to see. When you face them twice, does the gimmick work, right? Does the gimmick work here? So he's drafting this again, which shows me it's the Miho. Same draft, but it's the Tyrannus. But why do you draft Kali into this? That makes no sense because this unit is designed to counter things like Kali and Daphnis. So I'm actually not 100% sure why this thing is drafted this way. So he goes for the kill here. I believe it's a turn because of how that works. Like I said, that unit counters this unit. And then the question is, can Miho solo this? But the thing is, Abellio and Tyrannus, not super high crit rate, so it's kind of half-half here. So what I'm thinking here is you just finish off the Tiana, which is the damage dealer or should be a crit damage, and also things that doesn't crit, and then you finish off probably the Abellio because it's not like a support, right? It's not really like a DPS and a crit damage with high crit rate, which I highly doubt here. And then this unicorn here should be the unit that helps you survive with her crits, and this thing will solo. So the enemy team is getting rid of all the support units and then leaving these two last. So if you didn't realize here, it's got stun potential here, stun potential here, stun potential here. And we're seeing it right now. This guy is getting destroyed by stuns. If these stuns didn't land, look at that. That Garo was too slow to cut in between the Abellio, and the thing is, he didn't have a chance to leech any HP. Reason being is because he got stunned a billion times. Like, what does Tyrannus not do? This whole family, the Druid family, does so much. And there you have it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys... I guess my conclusion is, maybe the Miho is not a really good, solid pick in the normal draft, but a really good flex pick, but you have to be very cautious about that flex pick. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll be back with more RTA videos because I want to showcase to you guys more teams, more Cleave teams that you guys can incorporate for the end of the season climb.